How's everybody doing? My name's Mike and we got Mr. Mac with us today. So what we're doing is we're out on our walk and we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about heel. So when your dog's at heel, we want them behind you. That's the ideal place. That's why it's called heel. They're at the heel of your foot. So that is why they call it heel. The dog should be at the heel of your foot. You do not want to be here. Your dog's in front of you if you're here. If you're here, the dog's behind you. But when we're doing this command, you're always in training with your dog. Your dog is constantly going to want to try and get in front of you if you have a very excited dog, or if you happen to have a neighborhood that's got a lot going on. Your dog's going to be very distracted and you're going to have to maintain their heel position. And the way you do that is through tugging on the leash. So I'll use my left hand, I'll use my fingers to just kind of lift up on the leash to correct the dog. And we specifically want to do this before the dog passes us. A lot of owners kind of struggle with this because they feel like you know, that you shouldn't correct the dog before they've done before they made the mistake. But the problem is, if the dog gets out of position, then you have to put them back in that position. And a true leader corrects them before they make that mistake and keeps them in the position you want them in. And that's going to be the most beneficial way to work with your dog. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that right now. Mac, heel. And then we start walking right away. I don't wait for the dog to walk, I start walking. So he's actually doing a really good job. We've been working with him. You know, if your training is successful, then the dog's gonna know what you want from them. But anytime your dog's highly stimulated, the dog is going to want to break whatever command you're asking them. Anytime there's a bunch of distractions. So if I stop and the dog doesn't stop, I correct him before he gets past me. So right here, give him a little correction, heel. And if he goes to pass me, I correct him, heel. Because once you do that enough, then the dog should stop on his own, heel. Good boy, good boy. So your correction leads to compliance with the dog, heel. So yeah, when you're outside, if the dog's going to pass you, or the dog's looking this way, that way, any which way except for forward, then you can tug on the leash to correct the dog. And it's all about timing. Again, we want to correct the dog before he gets in front of me. So if I stop and he stops, good boy, atta boy. But heel. If he were to not stop, it would then be up to me to correct him so that he does not get in front of me. Once your dog gets in front of you, they're going to start doing a lot of unwanted behavior. So again, the heel command means the heel of your foot. And if you stop with the dog and the dog's not stopping, you want to tug on the leash. You have basically a microsecond to correct the dog in that moment. But heel position is very important because it gives the dog a job outside. And if your dog has a job, that's when you're mentally challenging your dog and you're making them a part of the pack, become a worker, and they work for you. That is the idea, is that you're giving them a job all the time, and that is what's going to keep your dog from doing unwanted behavior. So outside, where we have the dog in heel position, and again, that's the heel of our foot. We want the dog behind us. We want to correct them before they get in front of us. And the way we can practice this, if your dog's really having a hard time with this, you can take one step, heel. If I take one step and the dog see how he's going to go right past me, heel. Now, see, if you correct them on time, heel, they won't go right past you. But if you do not catch them, they go in front of you, they will believe they're allowed to do that, and they will start trying to do that more often. So it's very important, is whoever's at the end of the leash, is to get that timing perfect. And again, you can practice this by doing one step, heel. If you can do one step, then you can do two, heel. See how that works? But if you go past that, if your dog's going past you and you just keep walking anyway without doing this exercise, then the dog will start to get in front of you. So it's important that the person on the end of the leash is getting the behavior that they want from the dog.